10 seconds.
I mean, I'm ecstatic.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what here.
I think we're getting one more
One
bid.
other snipe bid at the last second. Wow! What? Welcome back, card fans, to
0250.
the Card Shop,
Bang!
where we watch one of our cards that we pulled here on the channel as the auction ends. As always, we start these ones at 99 cents, no reserve, and let it roll. See
Let
what
it rip.
happens. We got the McCarthy Genesis. Currently, just under 20 minutes left. 18 minutes up to 202.50. Most recent comp, I believe, was like 315. I want to say.
I'll pull it up.
So we'll see if we get anywhere close to that. I mean, with these ones, usually have obviously like the very first couple that sell typically go for the most that they'll go for, unless you get one who sells it like super low, and then like people come in higher. When we first pulled it like a week ago, they were going for.
Well,
There was
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago we pulled it. It was going for like the first couple sold for like 500.
The most recent is 290.
290. Okay.
The one before that is 550.
Yeah. So
And
I feel
then
like
there's a 525 before that. Those are the only three.
yeah. So this one's in like pretty decent shape. It's always hard to tell like because like the design isn't. It's really hard to tell like centering and stuff and all that. So I don't know how it would grade out, but
The cheapest you could get one right now, not
probably
counting.
this auction.
Well, yeah, but not counting best offer, is $399.
Okay.
So I don't think you're gonna get above that
Yeah.
unless someone really likes you or the condition of this card specifically.
Yeah.
That person only has 15 feedback.
That's true. I do have currently
800 something?
803 with 100% positive.
Yeah.
So there is something to be
That's
said
not
for like,
nothing.
you know.
There's one listed for 400. That person only has 7 feedback.
Okay.
And then the only other one is listed for 525. That person has 100 feedback, but
So I feel like north of 300.
doesn't have their percentage of positive feedback. So that's
Never a
interesting.
good sign.
So, I mean, you are probably the best seller
Yeah.
listing one.
And the best opportunity to, you know,
Get one.
pay the price that you might want to pay for it.
Right.
Um,
So with all that being said, Bob, what's your gut telling you right now?
I don't know. I feel
21
like-
bids right now, over 90 watchers.
Yeah, 94 watchers is a lot. That has
95.
to be 95 now. That has to be the most that I can remember on an auction that I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
So when I had the LeBron 1 of 1 posted, that had a ton of watchers on it, but
Right.
obviously it wasn't like auction or anything. Eventually went to Golden to sell. But yeah, I think my final prediction, I'm gonna say like 315.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna go. I think because you have those ones that are like 399. A lot of people are probably thinking like, I can maybe talk that person down to like 350, something like that.
I'm going to go over.
Okay.
I was going to... I'll still count it as a win if it's 315 and 1 cent.
Sure.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
But I was thinking 350.
Okay.
345,
Yeah.
350.
I think that's a pretty fair range for it. Because obviously, if you like were willing to pay 400 for one, you just go and do one of the buy it nows.
Yeah, I think I'm just leaning on your
The fact,
feedback
yeah. What's nice too, what I really like as a seller is like the authenticity guarantee, because that means like when I send it from here, it's gonna go to like that authenticator, and you can't have the whole like someone being like, oh, this wasn't like exactly the condition I want or something. Like you can't get the returns from that. Like instead, it's like, no, this is authentic. Right. It's what you bid on. Yeah. This is what you get. Like so you don't get that like. Because I've had a couple like nice cards that have sold that then when the person gets to it, they're like, "This isn't going to be a 10," and I'm like, "Yeah, not every card will be.
It was.
It's not in bad condition, but like just because you think it's slightly off-centered when you measure it in person, and then like within 3 days it can still return, and eBay will side with them."
I just got a notification. Ends soon. Bid now.
Oh,
Watched
yeah.
item ends in 14 minutes.
Yeah.
2024 Mosaic NFL JJ McCarthy Panini Mosaic Prism Genesis Rookie Case Hit SPSSP. So I don't know if that seems...
Definitely stole this title from one of the ones that had sold previously.
I love doing that.
Oh, yeah.
You just go to the highest one and you're like, exact description, exact...
Yep, everything. Okay, so I think the thing that is most interesting about JJ McCarthy is that he's not played in like a meaningful NFL game. I can't remember if he played any of the preseason before he got hurt.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I think
I'll
he got
look,
hurt in
but
like practice,
I think
like
he
before.
got hurt in practice.
So obviously, a Jaden Daniels is like the top rookie you can pull with this class. But then I'm curious, like after that, I would say like Bo Nix would be my next best.
Yeah, I mean quarterbacks are always going to be. I think Neighbors' cards are doing well.
Neighbors BTJ is
BTJ
crazy with his cards right now.
Irving.
Yeah. Even like MVH is still like has like a strong market, especially because of the Ohio State and the fact that he's like had a solid pro year. Brock Bowers cards have been doing well.
Tight end is tough though.
Oh yeah.
I saw a graphic. I think just yesterday or the day before. All 4 of the top wide receivers in the NFL this year were born within a 120-mile radius in Louisiana.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think like in fantasy, the top 3 of the top 4 receivers, or 4 of the top 4 receivers were all LSU.
Well, CeeDee Lamb is the third of the 4, and he was born in Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you had JJ, Chase, BTJ. Where did Neighbors go?
LSU.
LSU, yeah. So you had those guys. So you have 4 of the top 5 were LSU grads. So as much as Ohio State likes to brag about having OSU or wide receiver university,
I think
it's LSU.
Yeah, I don't think you can make that case right now.
Yeah, you can once Jeremiah Smith is there and is the next best receiver of all time.
Thank you for segueing into the topic I was most excited to discuss tonight, which is Jeremiah Smith being the best wide receiver of all time. I'm ready to call it right now.
I mean, there's been multiple like scouts and stuff that are like, if he declared for the draft today, he'd be like a first-round pick.
Oh yeah,
like he'd be ready. He's ready to play in the NFL now, and he's a true freshman.
It doesn't look like JJ McCarthy played a snap in the preseason.
Okay.
Did you see the graphic of wide receivers they were comparing him to last night?
No.
Now it was just based on height and weight. And it was all guys who were the same height and weight, but they were also saying the skill set is there. Like, there's not anything he's bad at.
Because he's 6'3", 6'4".
I think he's listed 6'3", 224.
Yeah, but he could still be
is
growing.
Amazing.
He
He's 19 years old.
Yeah, he's still got a couple years left of he could definitely get up to 6'4".
I can't remember the third one right now, but it was Terrell Owens and Julio Jones.
Yeah.
These are his comps.
Yeah. As a freshman. not like a projection to
and not a
redshirt
freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you watch him play, he looks so good.
Yeah. Oh. It's, yeah. I remember, like I said,
I thought Marvin Harrison was good.
Yeah, I got to go watch a game where Marvin Harrison was playing, live, and he was so much better than all the other DBs and stuff there. But, Jeremiah Smith is just even on, a level higher than that, which I didn't think... I thought watching MVH was going to be, the best receiver I'd see, in person at the college level. But thankfully we got to see Jeremiah Smith.
He's the highest rated wide receiver prospect of all time.
Jeremiah Smith is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't as a high schooler, though.
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. His rating was 1.0022. The second, number 2 was Dorial Green Beckham, and number 3 is Julio Jones or something like that. I just looked at it yesterday.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what his ranking coming out of high school.
Yeah.
I have it right here.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be... If he
look at that rating.
Continues on this path, I mean, he's going to be in conversation for number 1 draft pick.
Who was the last wide receiver to go number 1? Give me a second.
Has there been? Because I know even Megatron
Calvin
went
was 2.
Yeah.
Justin Blackman, I think, was the number 4 pick.
That's wild. Obviously, you had Jamar Chase went number 2 or 3 to the Bengals. It might have been 4, but he was like another like top 5 guy. Marvin Harrison Neighbors was 3 or 4.
I think Keyshawn Johnson was a first-round pick. For some reason, his name keeps popping up, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
I'll look.
Yeah. I don't know if there's ever been a number 1 overall pick for receiver. I'm sure that there has been.
I really do think there has. I'm not just saying that. I really do think there has.
Yeah. We're holding firm at 202.50.
They're all waiting. I'm gonna do this the slow way, by the way, so don't get excited.
So while you're looking that up, would you rather invest in like a JJ McCarthy card right now, or like a Bo Nix card?
Invest.
Yeah, like a guy that you think, okay, I buy his
Bo
cards
Nix,
now,
by far.
and like 2 years from now, I think they're going to be worth more.
Bo Nix, because he's played in the NFL.
Okay. I mean, I would agree. Plus, we both like Bo Nix.
Of course. My Alabama brother. Boy, I mean, how about Joe Burrow this year, by the way?
Yeah.
Just MVP season.
Yeah.
Just getting zero talk about it.
Yeah, and I don't Lamar had a good year. Here's, I think, one problem with like MVP talk is that Lamar had a very prolific fantasy football season. And I think so many people view football through like a fantasy football lens now. Oh, we just went up to 217.50. There we go. And so I think a lot of people are like, oh, Lamar MVP because he like scored all these fantasy football points.
Right.
And like they're having a hard time separating like football success from...
I think people like us, fantasy football is like, honestly, it's like the prevalent way we think about football.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would confess to that, but I probably would.
I would, yeah, 100%.
But none of us vote.
True.
I think Saquon Barkley has a legitimate chance.
Wish he was playing this week so he could break the rushing record.
I know.
Because then I think he would be not guaranteed, but it would like really solidify his case, because if you're going to be a non-quarterback to win MVP, you've got to break a record of some sort.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Jamar. Like,
I don't think his season is special enough.
what was his? I'd have to look up his. Because
It's like 1,600 yards and like 15 TDs.
Oh, okay.
Which is really good, but it's not like, you know, it's not a historic wide receiver season, which I think you have to have.
Yeah, well, there was the Tyreek Hill season like 2 years ago that was like unbelievable. You know, like
There's
close
way
to like
too many
2,000
better
yards.
wide receiver seasons that never got a look.
But yeah, 2024. I mean, Saquon averaged 5.8 yards per attempt, which is
insane.
Unbelievable.
That's like Sean Alexander MVP year.
2,005 yards, with over 2,000 rushing yards is incredible.
Amazing.
13 touchdowns on the ground, but that's also just rushing. Receiving,
Couple hundred.
2024 receiving, 33 receptions for 278 yards.
Oh, I was right.
Only 2 touchdowns?
Keyshawn Johnson is the answer.
Number 1 overall?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
By the Jets in 96.
Whoa!
That jump from 217 to 306.
We'd have to watch the replay, but in between us looking... All right, over 300, I'm happy.
What was your number? 315?
315.
I think you're definitely going to beat that.
So when I had it listed at... I had it at one point 450 or best offer. I had several offers in the 290 range that I was like...
Was that after that one sold for 290? Probably right around that time.
Right around that time. And so I was like... And I had a couple that were like, hey, like I'll go like 300 on it. And I was like, I think it can go for more than that. And that's when I decided
All of them are right here.
Yep.
All of those people are right here.
Yeah. And maybe I'll watch this video. But yeah. Okay, that makes me...
Yeah, now you feel good.
Yeah. Over 300, I'm like, okay, that's better than the buy it now offers I was getting. And there comes a certain point. There's going to be another product. The Prism just came out.
Yeah.
Like, so you're going to start getting Prism
ones
coming out, and you're going to get like. There's going to be another release of, like Mosaic is going to keep getting open, and you're going to get more Genesis, and you're going to get, finally like the 1 of 1s and like the out of 25s and like.
We talk about a lot like, is this a hold? Is this a sell? Is this a PC? This is one of those ones that's like not even a second thought.
Yeah, especially for me. Like I don't like JJ McCarthy.
Of course.
At all.
We are the CLE card guys.
So like and there's also like that. There's a difference between like, okay, let's say JJ McCarthy goes on to be very good.
You still sold a card for $306.
Yeah. Like the difference between this card, the chances of this card being worth $75 in 2 years or being worth $500 in 2 years is like the same. And I'd rather take $300 and then buy like a couple more boxes to open, or like buy as many Brian Thomas Jr. rookie autos as I can, like a player that I really like and that I'm going to be excited to PC regardless. So I'm not going to lie, there's a couple Brian Thomas Jr. cards on the way.
Yeah.
Next
Brian
Monday,
Thomas Jr. single-handedly won Josh like 4 leagues.
2 leagues. But yes. Yeah, he was my guy going into the year. Him and Keon Coleman and Bucky. And I was right on 2 of them.
If any Indianapolis Colts defensive players are watching, you should be
ashamed
at the gym or in the film room or something. What the hell was that? You just 45 points to Drew Locked your way out of the playoffs.
To Drew Lock. I mean, like, honestly, when they started Drew Lock, I was like, what a pull.
He's still fresh enough.
Kinda.
He was supposed to be the starter in Seattle, like, last year.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago.
Drew Lock fell on his face so Bo Nix could Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
I love Bo Nix, man. And, like, getting to, like, watch him, too, against the Browns, I was like, I'm here for this guy.
I like his name. I like Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like... Who's the quarterback in the movie Draft Day? It's Bo something, isn't it? Bo...
But, like, it's video game generated name, but also one where I would believe it if I saw it in the video game. Like, it's definitely a Madden generated name.
Callahan. Bo Callahan. It's like that quality of name.
Yeah. But he's like, he's not great either, but he's like good enough where he's like fun to watch play.
Yeah. He's not Patrick Mahomes, but he's still very exciting.
Yeah, he's like almost like in between Baker and Lamar.
I think he's like a young Baker.
Yeah, but he's more mobile than Baker.
Yeah, he is.
Ooh,
all right,
we're down.
1 minute coming up.
I mean, you gotta imagine that there's gonna be at least one. I mean, the fact that it jumped up to 320. All right, so we got the over.
All right. If it gets to 330, bang. That's right in between my lowest number and your guess. So one more bid, and I'm officially closer. Oh, 348. What are you doing, Bob? Oh, your pulse. 30 seconds.
Measuring. 116 BPM.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Let's see what mine is.
I mean, hey, this is,
I know, it's your card.
Box that we spent $20 on. 25. Maybe 30, I guess, for Mosaic. But either way.
I'm rocking a cool 79 over
Oof. All right, well, you're playing with house money.
10 seconds.
I mean, I'm ecstatic.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what here.
I think we're getting one more
One
bid.
other snipe bid at the last second. 355. What? What? Oh.
That was a $70 jump in the last second.
142 viewed in the last minute there.
$425.
Wow. And that, the amount of watchers, the amount of like attention this card got because of 99-cent starting bid. This card was sitting at like $20 current offer for like 5 days.
So if you're this buyer, you just got a card from the best seller available.
Yeah.
For $75, for $25 more than the cheapest one available.
Yeah.
But $135 more than the most recent comp.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, if I'm buying a card of like this quality, I'd pay a $20 because if you're spending
$25
or
is nothing. Yeah.
to get with 8 times the feedback,
yeah, that's no question.
100% positive. So like that this card is going to be.
And by the way,
as
it's way
listed.
more than 100 times feedback. No, it is 100.
Yeah, there's
times
one with like
feedback.
100 feedback.
No,
Yeah.
but that one, no, there wasn't.
Oh.
There was one with
the 500
15
was
and one with 7.
Yeah.
And one with 100, but it didn't have the rating.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a sale, Bob.
I mean, you pulled it.
Yeah, I sold it. That's right. Maybe that's why it sold for so much.
They knew.
People wanted it. They wanted some Ted paraphernalia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I'm happy.
Wow.
Leave
So
a
it was
like.
3-0 something for a while. 317,
Yeah.
320, 330, 348, 355. It was 355 for like a second,
Yeah.
and then it was 425.
Yeah, I mean, that was the best, like, last second action
That was
we've
exciting.
seen in a while.
That was exciting.
So, leave a like, sub if you're not. Let us know in the comments if you want to see more
Card
videos
shop.
like this. I like it. It's just a matter of having a card worth
Right.
doing it with.
Right.
And this is definitely one that was worth it. So,
I'd say so. But
we'll see you in the next video.
later.